Thank you very much, Madam Chair, and I certainly want to thank Ranking Member Granger for joining me in introducing this important amendment. This amendment will prevent the Nuclear Regulatory Commission from unilaterally, and I emphasize unilaterally, creating a new nuclear waste consolidated interim storage facilities. And I'm talking about Texas and New Mexico. The NRC is walking through the process of approving an application to store high-level nuclear waste in Texas and New Mexico. Both sites are in the heart of the Permian Basin. If approved, the application would send nuclear waste to these sites despite opposition from both states in contradiction to federal law. The governor of New Mexico is a former colleague of ours, Michelle Lujan. The governor from Texas is a Republican, Greg Abbott, and they're both, along with the delegations, Democrats and Republicans, are against this particular site. Just yesterday, the host county of the proposed site, Andrews County, voted to oppose this construction of this high-level waste storage site that the NRC is racing to license. Madam Chair, Capture, I'm certain that you can appreciate the problem of corrosion when it comes to nuclear safety and public health. You do remember the Davis-Besse nuclear power plant in your own district that almost had a complete core meltdown. That happened because 12 inches of carbon steel on top of the nuclear had dissolved, and it had been for a lot of luck and a tiny sliver of stainless steel, that nuclear power plant would have had a full core meltdown. Again, we're talking about safety, and we're asking that the NRC should not act without consent. At the national level facility, tribal and state governments are afforded the right to approve or reject. Again, under the law, they are afforded the right to approve or reject the proposed SNF storage facilities under the NWPA. The NRC is moving forward with the licensing of these facilities that will again store the nuclear waste. And again, I emphasize, despite the opposition of both host states. I also, in closing, would say also that in talking to my friend, my colleague from Nevada, her language about having a consent-based approach in undertaking this type of activities is key. And again, the key word is consent. The key word is approval. And if the state government and the local governments and the delegations, both Democratic and Republicans in Texas and New Mexico oppose, I believe that the federal agency should listen to that. I look forward working with the chairwoman, Ms. Capture. She has been very accommodating. Her staff has worked with us. I want to say I really, really appreciate that. And with that, I reserve a point of order and yield back.
Ms. Capture?
You reserve, sorry.
Ms. Capture?